Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Buhari may land in another trouble over Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention as rights groups write ICC. Buhari may land in another trouble over Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention as rights groups write ICC. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The prolonged arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, notwithstanding an appeal court judgment exonerating him from the accusations leveled against him by the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government. On Thursday, October 13, the judgment came in a judgment on an appeal by Nnamdi Kanu, seeking dismissal of the remaining 7-count indictment issued against him by the federal government. A 3-judge panel of the Court of Appeal ruled that the Federal High Court lacked jurisdiction to trial him because of his kidnapping and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, which violated the OAU Treaty and Protocol on Extradition. The court ruled that Kanu's 15 accusations did not review the location, date, time, and nature of the alleged offenses before he was wrongfully extradited to Nigeria in blatant violation of international treaties. The court also ruled that, despite the serious charges against Nnamdi Kanu, the federal government refused to reveal where he was detained. In response, a coalition of human rights organizations has petitioned the President of the International Criminal Court, ICC, over the federal government of Nigerians' unwillingness to free IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu from jail after the Court of Appeal decision, according to Blueprint. In a letter titled Order and Unconditional Obedience to Appeal Court Order on the Release of Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafra freedom fighter, signed on behalf of the groups by Comrade Kenneth Jonah of the Civil Liberties Organization, CLO. The groups urged the ICC president to persuade the federal government to immediately release the detained IPOB leader. They said that because the appeal court dismissed all of Kanu's allegations, there should be no need to keep him in custody. Appeal court sitting in Abuja, in Nigeria, quashed all the 15-point charges against Kanu by Nigerian government, stating in clear terms that Kanu is hereby discharged. This clears the air and shows that neither Kanu nor IPOB are terrorists. But Nigerian Attorney General Malami, a protege of Igbo-hating Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, in tandem with Islamic Sultanate, started playing on words, differentiating acquittal from discharge, thus holding back Kanu against established court order. The submission by the assemblage of civil society groups in Nigeria has become imperative to state clearly that Buhari should be mandated to obey court order on the unconditional release of Kanu. Similarly, an earlier report from the Blueprint stated that a coalition of civil society organizations had called on the federal government to release the jailed IPOB leader without further delay. They urged on the federal government to respect the Court of Appeal judgment and free Nnamdi Kanu immediately in a communique issued at the conclusion of their meeting in Enugu, signed by Comrade Kindness Jonah of the Civil Liberties Organization. Civil society groups in Nigeria, mostly in the Southeast Zone, assessed the status of the country in the 2023 general elections, as well as certain inflammatory remarks by politicians, and came to the following conclusions. To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop a